Hey, it's your boy Conrad from Garage Talk. Let's go. Traveled all the way out here to East Rutherford, New Jersey, to watch two very bad teams go at it. I'm here with Eric Skeens. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Nothing much.
Just out here to watch a pillow fight.
Pillow fight. I think we're gonna have a quarterback throw for 300 today.
I think you're smoking crack.
It's a 20 rock, bro. And
I think we're going to have 7 turnovers, 9 field goals, and we're both going to go home pissed.
Oh man, I hope not. I hope not. Both defenses. I hope the defenses of both defenses were supposed to be decent, and it's not been that way. Why?
Yes.
What have you seen?
I believe it's just a matter of effort. I don't believe the coach was the problem, I guess. He got fired and we got worse. That's just accountability. We got young players that don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're getting a paycheck regardless. You know, Aaron Rodgers hadn't been what we hoped he would be. It's just an all-around shit show. But here we are, a couple $1,000s a piece into this. Let's watch a shitty game.
Yeah. But I will say this. It was a long ride here. What was it, like 12 and a half hours?
About 12 hours,
drove
yeah.
From Gas City, Indiana, made it to New Jersey, and had a crazy day, man. Saturday, we got to check out Barstool. What did you think about that?
I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, you see that stuff on podcasts and on YouTube, and to actually see like how small it is, and it's not this big grand, machine. It's just some guys that are passionate about what they do, and they're really good at it.
Yeah.
I was really surprised at the size of it, and I mean, it didn't look a whole lot better than Ted's garage.
But yeah, I know. I was like, dude, this is just a little like a walk-in closet.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's this big production, and then you see what they're shooting in. I'm like, okay, I get it now. It's cost effective.
Sure.
It's put the dollars into the shows.
Marketing and advertising,
Yeah.
and they're just watching a screen. It really don't matter what's behind the screen.
Yeah, it's super cool. So, me and Eric has been friends since what, 6th grade?
Probably, yeah.
I came with some other friends that I've been friends with since 6th grade, but you guys have known each other since elementary, right?
Yeah, like 1st grade probably.
1st grade?
Uh-huh. And I don't know how you guys became Colts fans. I'm sorry about that. At least you come to watch a real team today, and I do appreciate
In
you coming.
1984 is when I became a Colts fan.
Okay.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, man, I used to be a huge Niner fan. Huge Niner fan.
Is that because of the Mexican population in San Francisco, or?
No, but
No?
it was because of a Notre Dame quarterback.
Okay, it's going to go unnamed.
Yeah. Joe Montana.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I've had a blast. What do you think?
Oh, it's been a good time. Unfortunately, I feel like the highlight of this trip is not going to be this game we're about to watch. It's probably going to be what we done yesterday, but here we are. We're going to drink some beer. It's sunny. It's not raining. It's not snowing. I just got a feeling that no matter who wins, there ain't going to be too many happy people leaving this stadium because their team is still going to suck.
You brought some paper bags with you.
I did. I brought paper bags, and I believe we'll probably all be wearing them by the end of it. Both teams. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I hope we see an offensive showdown, and it's the best game I've ever been to, but unfortunately, I am a realist, and I don't believe that's going to happen.
So the game before last weekend's game, week 10, the Jets looked different after halftime and came out slinging and ringing. I mean, so what happened last weekend, I thought it was going to be a turnaround for the Jets. I can't believe they just reverted back to what they were.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what you always do. You may wake up and do something great one day, but if you're not a great person, you're still going to revert back to being a shitty person. It's the same with football. That little glimpse you've seen at halftime is not them.
Yeah.
That's just not their team. They suck.
Yeah.
S-U-C-K, suck. But they've always sucked. I've spent many years of my life watching them suck.
Yeah.
I apologize to my children all the time for dragging them into this misery. Maybe one day will be good, but I'm betting today ain't the day.
I think that's one of the qualities I've always thought highly of you, is you don't pull no punches even when it's your own team.
No, I mean, that's what am I going to do? I can't fucking switch teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you're stuck in it, you know?
I mean, I'm going to be real honest with you, Eric. I'm delusional because I picked the Colts to win every game this year.
Well, you have to. You're a fan. I'm picking them to win this game, and not only because we're playing the shitty Colts, but because it's my team.
Yeah, I get that.
We got an 18-pack of beer on it.
Oh, yes. And you know what? If the Jets beat the Colts badly, I'll make sure that beer is cold.
Sweet. For the ride home?
Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to drink at least 6 of those beers.
Did you show the people the stadium?
Oh, yeah.
You taking some footage of that?
I'll tell you what they do.
Show the other fans.
What they do right here.
You should have put that bag on your head.
Is what they do right here is the parking lot's at the stadium.
It's crazy. It's wild how that works. You actually have a stadium with a parking lot, people can tailgate.
Yeah, and
hit Indianapolis.
There's a shitload of Jets.
There's a reason this stadium's not built in New York City. There's no room for this.
Yeah.
Indianapolis, you could have built it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if Indianapolis would have built it in Anderson, but
you'd have still drove there. How many people live in downtown Indy that go to the game?
I would definitely
0.01% of Colts fans that live in downtown Indy. You're still driving. What's it matter if it's 10 miles or 20? But you guys are parking in an old tow yard, drinking behind somebody's 58 Buick instead of drinking in here.
Eric, you're not just a Jets fan. You're not just a fence builder. You're a cook. You made some really good burgers today.
Good burgers. Yeah, I mean,
compliments of Riley Rose.
For sure. He's a good pattier.
Yeah, those patties were fucking round, weren't they?
They were. I mean, that's tailgating food. It doesn't even have to be that good. You're at a game, you're tailgating, you're about to watch some fun stuff, you're drinking beer. Watch this guy get his car towed, it looks like. Maybe
no,
not.
That's a repo.
Maybe.
He just got repoed in East Rutherford, Riley. You know about that, don't you, Riley? No, you didn't get repoed, but somebody else got repoed.
Yeah.
Watch who you climb into bed with. We're back with the world's biggest Jets fan. Not happy. A not happy camper. Not a happy camper. And can you breathe in there, man?
A little bit.
He's gonna die with a green shirt on, and hopefully his family can have an open casket because he won't have that bag on his head. But he's not happy today. When you get Aaron Rodgers, when you first heard last year that Aaron Rodgers was going to be on your team, what were your thoughts? Were you like Super Bowl?
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
You had to have been thinking Super Bowl.
Yeah, I thought the same when we had Brett Favre at the end of his career. They're washed up, worn out. He needs to go back to the cave and find his football player self.
I guess the
You're gonna have to cut all this if we win.
Yeah, the ayahuasca that Aaron takes hasn't helped his game very much, Eric.
I would not be opposed to him taking it pregame. Let's see what happens. Let's get creative, because you suck without it.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen Any Given Sunday, but that dude's hallucinating and seeing Native Americans. I think Aaron Rodgers, you might be right. He needs that.
Suck. 10 out of 10 suck.
Hey, it's crazy. We got the New York Jets Fan of the Year. What year was it?
2021.
2021. How did that happen?
Well, my daughter nominated me, and one is picked per team for the year for each season, and I was chosen. I'm a police 911 dispatcher. I raised my children since they were little. I'm very involved with animal rescue, and I am a huge Jets fan. You know, when I couldn't afford tickets 4 years in a row, I went and worked at the stadium in security so I could be there for all my games.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So you've been with the Jets through the ups and downs, right?
I have since 1971.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, one of my closest friends, he's a Jets fan. and it's aching him. And I'm a Colts fan, and we've had a lot of highs, and I feel like today we're watching two teams that
Little troubled.
shoulda, woulda, coulda,
Right.
and not turning out.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel?
Yeah, it's very disheartening, but it's not like we haven't been here before.
Yeah.
You know, ups and downs and highs and lows. But you know, no matter what, I'm here every year, no matter what.
So
you know,
do you have a hobby of bedazzling?
I do. I bedazzle mini helmets. I've done Colts. I've done every team in the league just about.
Oh,
And
really?
Boba Jet, who was modeled after Boba Fett from Star Wars,
Yeah.
he asked me to do one for him, and I've done full-size helmets. And yeah, I just like to do it.
That was really
it's
cool.
a
That
fun.
was a really cool thing that happened over there. I got to witness it. She gave this fan a Jets Boba Fett, and I think it brought him to tears.
It did, yeah. He was very emotional. He had no idea what I would do with it. He's very into charity work, and he's done a lot with the Leukemia Society and 9/11 Victims Fund, and they had a little 9/11 memorial on there, and it was a lot of fun to do. I was very honored he asked me to do it.
It was remarkable.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
We're big fans of the bling bling, and that was sharp. That was real sharp.
The other thing I'd like to mention is I'm on the Warrior team of trying to get our Abdul Salam into the Jets Ring of Honor.
Okay.
And he deserves to be there. The other three members, Marty Lyons, Joe Klecko, Mark Gastineau, are all in it. So we need to get Abdul into the Ring of Honor. So we're hoping that happens this year.
Man, I love seeing people that have as much passion for the team as I do. And it was really cool to witness that. Thank you so much.
My
for
pleasure.
taking
Thanks
time
for
and hanging
asking.
out and talking to me.
Terrific.
Yeah.
I wish you all the
got
best.
Anything else you want to shout out before we?
No, shout out to the other fans of the year. A lot of fun. We got all expense paid to the Super Bowl, to the draft. It's a great program. So for the diehards and for every fan you think deserving, nominate them. And hopefully dreams will come true, because they did for me.
So what? So you went to the Super Bowl for?
I did in LA when it was the Bengals Rams, and I went to the draft in Vegas. I'm a huge Ohio State Buckeyes fan. Go Buckeyes, OH. And I got chosen to bring Garrett Wilson his jersey on stage at the draft to the
really
commissioner,
awesome.
Godot. And it was great. A lot of fun. Quite an experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
So who do you got? Ohio State and Indiana next weekend.
Indiana, correct. We just beat Northwestern yesterday, 31
Beat
to
the
6.
pants off Northwestern.
Yeah.
So you think
31-7.
Ohio State will give Indiana, or will Indiana give Ohio
We're going to
State?
we're going to give Indiana a run for the money, and then we're going to beat that team up north last week of the season.
Ooh,
Yeah, don't like them.
I like your passion.
I won't
That's
say the
pretty
name,
cool.
but OH.
Yeah, thank you. How we doing, man?
I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm a lot better than I was.
You're recovered from your past weekend.
Yeah, man. It was a crazy weekend. It was a fun weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys left at 4 a.m. on Friday, correct?
Yeah, 4 a.m. Friday morning.
What time did you roll in?
About 4:30. We
Okay.
got to the W Hotel, which is the Waldorf Astoria
Yep.
type thing. There's something that I really didn't think about, man, is I am too old to go on 10 and 12-hour car rides.
Road trip. Yep.
Yeah, those things aren't for me anymore. We joked about flying. Flying's not a joke anymore. I'd rather fly.
So how many times did you say, "Are we there yet"?
Oh, I didn't. Nobody did, but I can tell you right now, I sat up front and the big boys sat in the back, and they were probably cussing me. They were probably cussing me.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah. Riley Rose drove half the time on the way there. Then Jimmy Polson drove a lot too. Once we got there, man,
I can only imagine.
we unloaded. We got in the hotel room, and it sounded like a lot of cracking of beers.
A little raucous in there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we're not rock stars or anything, but
You You didn't trash the room. Or
No, we didn't
throw
trash
anything
the
out
room.
window?
We were kind of organized, and I'll show a picture. That first night, I think three of us went real hard, and we had a lot of dead soldiers on the desk because we went and grabbed something to eat, and then we were hustling back because we wanted to watch the Mike Tyson fight. A total like waste of time. Like I felt like both of them were taking it easy.
You and I could do that.
Oh gosh, I don't think I could go around,
Like we're
dude.
hitting each other.
I'm taking a dive, Ted. But yeah, we woke up that next morning. I'm wanting to say 7:00 in the morning. Woke up, took showers, cracked one. We all needed one more beer.
Yeah.
And then headed to Manhattan, Brooklyn area. Walked that for a little while, and then made our way to 333 7th Avenue, the New York office of Barstool,
Yep.
and got to take a tour. It was pretty cool.
Was it?
Yeah, not what I expected, though. Not what I expected, man. Got up there, of course, with Jordan Berry.
Yep.
Just what a class act.
Oh yeah. Former 2-time guest.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I think we're gonna get her back on.
Good. Good.
Yeah. What a smart, hip, in-tuned young lady
Yes.
she
Young
is.
lady. Yep.
Yes.
That's,
You can just look at her and tell her she's about her business and she's a professional.
Yep.
Walked into Barstool and I'm like a kid at Disney World.
Well, I'm sure.
We walked into that engineering room and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the top notch of top notch engineering boards. Like that thing had more buttons than a 747.
So they have one person that runs that, or numerous?
Well, I don't know. There was about 3 or 4 seats in there, so and there was a lot of monitors.
Okay, so my question is, okay, you're in there. Mm-hmm. So do they do all their shows from one studio? Do they have multiple studios?
Well, I think PMT and Big Cat's show is in Chicago.
Okay.
Okay, KFC, BFFs, where they do some of the live stream watch. I think Jersey Jerry is there. I think like Ohio Tate and the other guys. I think they're all in Chicago.
Okay.
But so we're going around and she's like, "This is where they shoot BFFs," and I'm like, instantly, I recognize the set. Wow, that is cool.
Yep.
And it's not what you think. Like you walk in, it's not like a Hollywood studio.
Right.
It's in a room that's the size of my daughter's bedroom.
Wow. Huh.
The KFC set. I sat on that couch.
Really?
I sat on that couch where his guests sit,
Huh.
and I was like, "Somebody take my picture." Like this was like a big, huge deal. I wish you were there.
I wish I could have been.
Yeah, I think you would have. Like I was walking around. I was like, Jordan, I'm being a real good boy because I was gonna bring the Garage Talk QR code stickers and kind of like strategically place them. The idea was I was going to go into the bathroom and put them on some of the toilet paper rolls.
That was my next question, if you actually did that. But
No,
supposedly, okay.
Because I don't want to overstep the boundaries with Jordan. I didn't want to get her in any kind of trouble. But I was like, man, I need to do something. But I took as many pictures as I could. I almost left a business card on Dave Portnoy's desk.
Oh boy.
But again, I was like,
You could have left sliced pizza there.
I don't know how good it would have been after 48 hours.
I bet he would have took a bite though.
Yeah, he would have gave it a 0.0. Yeah, I mean, walking the halls, I seen all the YouTube plaques. I was real taken back about that. You know, they had 2 gold plaques for a million subscriber, like a plethora of silver, and I'm assuming those are the followers of each of their shows.
Right.
And you know, I was like, man, John Gruden's going to be a part of their under that umbrella.
Yep.
And he is, you know, I know that people make mistakes in their past. You know, it's I think you get judged more on what you do after those mistakes.
Yeah. Well, you do.
You know, you can either stay the person you are, or you can grow from it.
Yep.
But being there with people that I have shared a lot of laughter with, and you know, I've known those guys longer than I've been alive, or you know,
As long as you've been alive.
As long as I've been alive. Yep. It was special to me because I think, you know, as you get older, like you appreciate things in a different way. Mm-hmm. I was just like, I was in the moment. I was very in the moment.
Oh, I'm
bro.
sure.
I was very geeking out. Yeah, I seen a camera, and like I looked that camera up. It's like an $8,000 camera.
Ooh.
Like this camera is legit, and I was like, I was pointing at these. I was like, some of my buddies were talking like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's a PTZ camera. That's a point tilt zoom. That thing follows you around. You know, it's stationary, but you know, it's a very expensive camera." Dave Portnoy, his office. I don't have an office at home. I have like a little area where like I concentrate the podcast stuff.
It's called the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave's very much, you know, like me. Everything's in a pile, in different piles, but it has an organization to it.
Right.
And when I went in his office, I was like, this guy he's got an ego. I think, you know, we got a little bit of an ego.
Yep.
And
3 times Grant County's greatest.
hell yeah, you're damn right.
3 in a row.
He's got an ego, but he at the same time, he's still like, this is the way I do things. I'm still humble about it.
Right.
I respect that about him, you know, and what he built.
Oh man. Yeah.
I mean, it started off as a little paper. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, after that, hugged Jordan a couple different times. Was like, thank you so much. Went downstairs, and the next thing we did, it was get on that One Bite app that Eric has from Dave. It's a Dave Portnoy app, and we went to Carnegie Pizza.
Okay.
Very, very good. Very good. How we doing, Beth?
Good. Feel better now. I took my whore bath.
There's the ring.
Oh.
There's the ring, girl.
There's a hot take right there.
Yeah, we'll have to see who caught that.
Yeah. Well, that could be a trivia question.
It could.
So, yeah, I got me a Sicilian slice, which I call a Detroit slice.
Right.
And I got me a pizza that people, since the beginning of time, have argued over whether this topping belongs or not. Ted, can you guess which one?
Pepperoni.
No.
Anchovies.
No. Pineapple.
Ah.
I got me a Hawaiian pizza.
I like them.
I love Hawaiian pizza.
I do too.
It was the crust on it was good. You could tell it was like a stone firewood or something, like an old pizza oven. It was really good.
So my question, and I'm sure everybody wants to know, what did that cost you?
The slice was $3.75. Yeah.
That's not bad.
No. The beer was like $8.
Priorities, right?
Yeah, man. And there was only like 6, maybe 8 chairs in the place. And New York is nothing like I see it on TV where
Yep.
people are always coming and going, just like that times 10.
Yep. See rats running around?
No, I was looking.
I was wondering if you were.
I was looking. I would have bought that rat a slice.
Nope. So, but you're in this place. You said there's like 8 seats in there. It's because at busy times people's lined up
Probably.
outside, waiting to get in or get their pizza
Oh yeah.
and their drink.
Those guys were moving. Also, a lot of street vendors. It was just cool. It was way different. I mean, people are stacked on top of each other there. I mean, there's no need to have a car. You could just take the subway. I mean,
Right.
or walk. And there's a corner bodega like everywhere. Went into a cool little bar that looked like it would be in a movie of a mafia movie. Had a couple drinks, and then made our way to the 9/11 museum.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was real cool. Got to see the memorial. And just being there was like it stirred something up in me. Like I got angry that something like that or someone would want to do that. And seeing all the names on the memorial was it was sad, but it was. I'm glad I got to visit it and say I was there, and I touched some of the names. It was a good time. Rode the subway for the first time. I'm not that guy. I don't. It just going very fast underground in the dark.
Yeah. Did you stand or did you sit?
I stood.
Okay. I was gonna say if you sitting, I hope you gave your seat to a little old lady.
I would.
I know you. All you guys would. All you guys would have.
Yeah, I guarantee it. We didn't get mugged or anything like that.
Yeah, you had a couple big boys with you.
Yeah. And then went up to the 102nd floor. This elevator takes you up. I mean, you go from ground floor up to the 102nd in like 38 seconds.
Ooh.
It's moving. And you got to look down on the memorial, and it had a 306, so it was all windows.
Yep.
And I walked up to the edge. My first time being there, I walk up and I kind of look over, and Eric Skeen's he's a comedian. You can't turn your back on him. He shoves me, and I'm like, ah.
So
Yeah.
you just looked over one time, and
I looked over a bunch. I took
Okay.
I took a lot of photos. Got Brooklyn Bridge, a couple of the other bridges, the Hudson River. You could see across to New Jersey. As a matter of fact, it said you could see 3 states.
Right.
3 states.
Yep.
We're so high, airplanes and helicopters
Or lower.
Yeah, they're lower.
Yep.
They're lower. I was like, man, this is crazy to me.
Well, there could have been a state police helicopter flying around looking for them GC boys.
Yeah.
You never know.
They ain't catching us.
Now, did you?
Three 12-ounce beers. Take a shot how much it cost.
Where at though?
Up there.
I'm saying $20 a piece.
It's $48 for 3.
Phew.
3 beers. And one of them, as soon as they cracked it open, foamed over. So half his beer was on the table.
They've been shaking it.
Yeah, somebody.
Nobody did.
But it was called Brooklyn Ale or something like that. But I had a Michelob Ultra.
There you go.
You know, I'm watching this
That
figure.
diet beer. That's right.
Yeah, I'm watching this figure get bigger. But yeah, man, it was a cool trip. That night, you know, went and ate at a place called the Mad Hatter and tried to catch the UFC fight. We almost thought we were thinking about getting these tickets from a scalper, but he wanted $600 a piece
For
the
fight?
UFC
Okay.
fight.
That was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
The
But
Mecca.
we went there. We went
Really?
there. And I was like, man, Trump's going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was like $600. I'll do you right, boys.
Oh, man.
That was his line. I was like, $600? That doesn't sound like I mean, I could get a used car in Gas City for $600. It'd take me around town a couple times.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, I mean, what a great time.
So, did you see anybody that's famous, semi-famous? But this is before the ball game.
Yeah, I did.
Saturday or Sunday morning.
So, I don't know if a lot of people, you know, people in my age group might remember, but there was a group. Well, I wouldn't say a group. It was two rappers. I used to have a rap group called Capone and Noriega, and Noriega went solo for a time. Had a real big hit called Super Thug. Walking downstairs, getting ready to go to the game, and Eric walks by, and I see him like tilt his head, like, "Do I know that guy?" Riley, you know, just he's. We got to get to the game. Jimmy walks by him and he, like, stops, and I'm like, I have my backpack on my bag, and I fumbled around, and they're like, "Come on, man." I'm getting it fixed. I look up, and me and him caught eyes, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Nori, I am Conrad Herrera." You know, like garage talk. And I was like, "Can I get a picture?" He's like, "Sure." Super nice guy. You know, his bodyguard was eyeballing me because he was like, "Don't do something stupid." I mean, he was a big guy. I bet you he was every bit of 6'5".
Oh.
I mean, he's a big guy because I was like, but I'm like that with a lot of people. So I shook his hand, took the picture. I was like, "Love your podcast." I don't know if anybody watches Drink Champs. He has a lot of older hip hop artists on, and they talk about, you know, their experiences and stuff. But what a nice guy. I don't know if he was going there to eat or if he was staying there, but what a cool guy. Took time and went to the game. Got there. Ted, the parking lot's right outside the stadium. Mm-hmm. You look over and you see the New York Giants practice facility, and I'm like, "Eric, how come the Jets don't have one here?" He's like, "I don't know. They practice a ways away."
Yep.
But
but the Giants are actually in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So set up a little griddle, did some beer, or did some brats and hamburgers. Of course, did some beer, drank some beer.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little, because I'm like, "Go Colts!" Like, I'm seeing Colts fans. Eric looks at me and goes, "Hey, I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm not intervening if one of my Jets fans comes over and says something to you." I was like, "Man, true freaking Jets fan."
Yeah.
He's like, "You're on our turf now." But he had his bag ready. He was like, "You want one?" I said, "I don't know. I might need it. We might have to, you know, depending on how the Colts play." And Eric put this together, man. He got the tickets. He booked the hotel. He got us the route. He knew the subway system. The guy is like
detail oriented.
Yeah, exactly. he don't miss a beat, dude.
Yep.
So we go to our seats, and I'm like, we're like second or third row, and these guys are running out. I'm like, man, they were almost as close as the flag holding.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
we were
that's
down
awesome.
there. So we got to see. It was a hard fought game.
It was. It was.
I mean, I was worried. I was like, same old Colts. But I would hear Eric say, same old Jets. And we were trying to get on camera. So when the Jets were sucking, Eric had that bag on his face, and me and him would stand up. He had the bag on, and I would do the Trump dance, just like John Jones did. I was like, I'm gonna do the Trump dance next to you. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. The Colts, I mean, it's better late than never. You know, what was it? A little under 2 minutes. He runs that scoring
147, I think.
Yeah.
140.
Yeah,
Surprising.
yeah.
My question is, the picture that Eric posted about the security lady sitting there asleep. How can you sleep? That's the only thing I figured was that she
Long
hung out with
night.
you guys before the game.
Probably. I mean, there was a moment in time where one of us was in a bush. It wasn't me.
They fell over or?
Yeah, I think I might have fell over trying to help get him out of the
you
bush
just
too.
you just admitted. Oh, okay. I thought you were admitting it.
No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
Wasn't me. I tell you, I have no shame. I laugh at myself. I slip and fall in the snow. But yeah, it was a great time, wonderful time, man. Just lucky, just blessed and lucky to have great friends.
Yep, that means a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
And so after the game, you guys just jump in the car and head back home, or
We
stayed another night?
no, we stayed another night, but
Okay.
after the game, we went and got in and made some more burgers and brats. Ate. Went back to our second hotel, which was right down the street. Everybody used the bathroom. Jimmy laid down. Me and Eric and Riley sat and flipped them coolers open.
Watching ball games.
Watching ball
There you
games.
go,
Watching the Chiefs Bills.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, that was a good game.
That was
a good game.
They might be playing for the Super Bowl berth here in a few weeks. Might be between them two.
But you know what? I'm glad to be back home.
Yeah.
I could not wait to see my kids.
Well, yeah, and that's even if it's just a couple days. That's right.
I could not wait to see my family and get home and get back to GC.
That's right.
There's nothing like in this world, nothing like Gas City. And the people here.
Not if you're from here, that's right.
Yeah. I know that, you go to other schools and counties and they're like, we know about you people over in Gas City. You don't know the half of it.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Some good, some bad. But
yeah. We're all in it together.
More good than bad.
Yeah. A lot more good than bad.
We got everybody's back.
Yeah, we're not perfect, but yeah, we do. But yeah, man. Cool times.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time, and that's.
Oh, there's more to be had, Ted. There's a lot more to life. So let's rock it, like you say, rock and roll. Time to rock and roll. All right, we'll check everybody next time.